What's going on, Simon Parklanders? My name is Simon Parker. Today we are playing American Truck Driving Simulator. I have to be honest, I started this video already. We're not very far into the journey. We are going from Bakersfield to Oakland. We are carrying 8,220 pounds of franc. So I've got my black book here, so I know exactly when and where we're going and how much it weighs and what we're carrying. Yeah, I apologize if it just like goes straight into a game, but I somehow muted myself and I don't know how that happened. So here we go. If you look, you can't see on the map, but we've been traveling for maybe 2 minutes. I've just left the depot, if that makes even more sense. So, what has been going on with Simon Parker? I am overshooting this road. And also, there's something stuck on my teeth, pardon. So YouTube has, from the way it looks, has shadow banned me. Kind of. So my last couple of videos I have done on Euro Truck Driving Simulator, I would get around 20 views. I would get more than that, but let's call it 20 views. But that's not the point I am trying to get at. The impressions are what is concerning me. So for those who don't know, any video on YouTube gets impressions. And that doesn't mean views. That means that whoever is on YouTube, let's say you watching this video right now, if anyone, before you clicked on my YouTube video to watch this, you gave me something called an impression. What that means is that you were scrolling on browsing YouTube and you came across my video. When you saw my video on YouTube, it gave me a single impression. Which means if you see my content, if you look at my thumbnail, it will give me an impression. The past couple of videos, I would get 500 to 600 impressions, which is amazing. I would get 30 something views, let's call it 20 views, like I said earlier. But 500 to 600 impressions, that's really good. My last two videos have got 1 or 2 impressions, which means not only are people not watching it, but people are just not finding it. And that's really concerning, because the strategy for the way you would like introduce people into watching your video is the better your thumbnail looks, the more likely people are to click on it, and that's when you get your views. But I'm talking about impressions, which means no matter how great or incredible or extraordinary my content is, no matter how outstanding, monolithic, beautiful my thumbnail can be, my thumbnail can be perfect to a 10 millionth degree, right? But it doesn't matter, because it's not the video itself isn't showing up on people's like home pages, or it's not showing up on the site. So the only way right now, and I want to point out that is pretty much the way it would go for any YouTuber who's like kind of just beginning. That's it's like you don't really get many views. You don't get many impressions. But what's concerning to me is that I didn't do a large jump on content. Like, it's like if I went from like 500 impressions to 400, I would be like, that's weird. It's going down, but ultimately, that's going to happen throughout my career. But to go from 500, 600 to 2 is like a negative 500 markdown, and I don't know. Like, there's nothing I could do to fix that. Like, I can't make the content better. I can't make the thumbnail better. And I want to point out there is a great chance that there is something I can do, and I'm just not doing it. Maybe there's like some cheat code, like tag I can put down. Maybe there's like a cheat I can do with my thumbnail, or like words I can say in the video that get picked up during the processing, and it would favor me. But I don't know if that's true or not. So I have to stand here and say that, man, things are going weird on my channel. Why? But so what I'm going to do is on the video I did yesterday, which came out. Yeah, the video I recorded a couple of days ago and uploaded yesterday. Which is a GTA 4 video, which is quite cool because I've never really played GTA 4 before. I'm going to play that game until I complete it, like complete the slow mode. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to jump between every other day, every second day. Okay. Today I'm playing American Truck Driving Simulator. Tomorrow I'll play GTA 4. The next day I'll play this game. The next day I'll play that game. And I'm going to keep that cycle until I beat GTA 4. Maybe if things are getting better, like slowly, a tiny bit better, I'll do the same thing with GTA 5, play this game in GTA 5. But if that's not the case, what I think I'm going to do is, when I complete GTA 4, I think I'm going to take a break during YouTube. Because if it's still the case that, you know, I'm recording for a couple of hours, I'm editing for a bit, making thumbnails like everyone else does, and I've still got this like really weird. I had this like incredible success, like I made like weirdly out of nowhere, and I'm not talking about the views. I'm talking about the impressions. But then, you know, I had maybe I had something great and I didn't capture it in time. Maybe I just have to squabble a bit more, but I want to see what this is all for before like I jump into it. Because I've been telling myself for a really long time that I'll never be good at this. I watched my GTA 4 video and it sucked. It just did suck. There was a good editing moment in there, which I quite liked and I'm impressed with. But the way I talk is just kind of dumb. I feel like I'm like very soft George in a way. Like I'm muttering sometimes, I'm falling on my words. That was because I had like a speech impediment as a kid, and I never really stuck with it. Like I didn't like. I think I completed it or whatever. Maybe I didn't complete it. Maybe just grew out of it. But I still stumble on words sometimes. So here we are. Something also on the agenda. I have been playing GTA 5 online again with the greatest group of people I have ever known. And that is a amazing thing. During COVID, I told you about this group of people last episode, I believe. Maybe it was cut out because of the thing I was doing. But I had this group of people who I played games with all the time. And during COVID, we played GTA 5 online together. Hold on, let me pick my nose because I'm a dirty bastard. We played GTA Online every single day during COVID, and I've said that a couple of times already. I truly believe that is what got me through COVID. Having like great consistency, playing a good game with a friend that you get along with will always be entertaining. It will never not be entertaining. So when COVID hit and we all were locked inside, it was just like, cool. I just get more hours doing the thing I would usually be doing. Like, if, like after school, after college, we would get online together and we would play. Because the COVID shutdown, we just had more hours to play. That was the thing. And then we stopped being friends because I just realised I was being used for... I was basically just a prop for them. It's like... It came down to like Dungeons and Dragons, if you know the game. You can't play Dungeons and Dragons by yourself because someone has to tell the story and someone has to be the player. Usually it's one dungeon master and 6 players. But I was the dungeon master for this group that I had known since I was 11 years old. Bearing in mind I had stopped being friends with them, or at least this guy, at this current age, which I was 24. So for several years, over a decade, we were great buds. But once he got a bit older, he just stopped maturing. I think he's still subscribed. I don't want to go too much into it, but it really does suck becoming a prop. Like after my D&D campaign ended, I wasn't no one was talking to me. They had pretty much stopped talking to me and reaching out to me for a long time before that. But it was like they would play games that I loved. I wouldn't get an invite. Me and my friends who I'm talking about to play with now, we have a Minecraft server or realm that has been open for 2 years now, and it's got pretty consistent player base on it. We're pretty much on it every day. I had told them about how much I like Minecraft and how much fun I'm getting out of it these days. They start a new realm, and I don't get an invite. Granted, I don't want to demand an invite. I'm not going to like, oh, you owe me an invite. We're friends, so I should be getting an invite. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that is one mark of the several marks that I'm like, huh. They're doing something right now that they know that I like, and I'm not getting invited. They also played another game that I introduced them to. I told them, I saw that they were playing, I said that I love that game. They didn't do anything with that. They were like, okay, cool. I don't have to play with you guys. You guys are obviously playing by yourselves. There's like 4 people that can play, but the 3 of you are just playing. You can be 4 in a team, and there's 3 in a team right now. You could have invited me, but you don't have to. I don't care. Leave that alone. And then the more fun I would have with my new group now, the more fun I would get, the more fun I would get, the more fun I would get, the more I would realise that I am just here to fill a seat. But they couldn't play D&D without me. Now that my campaign's over, I was invited to be a player in another group and be another player. But it was like, it can be done with 5 people. You've got 2. Like, you need it can be done with 5 people, 5 or 6 people. there were 1, 2, 3, 4, but there were 5 people there. If I left, it would also mean that my dad would leave. That would leave for them 3, when they could be 6, which means they would be losing seats, like, they would be losing like a bit, like almost the majority of the seats if I left. Which means, you know, they didn't want to talk to me, but you might as well invite me because, you know, I also play D&D and I know things. And you know, the more friendly I got with these guys, the more times I pissed myself laughing. The more I was just like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I was very respectful and said, I don't feel like an equal in this friendship anymore. I feel like I'm just here to show up. I said this in a Discord server. That's a close friend of mine who I'd been friends with since I was 11 years old. Messaged me personally saying, I'm sorry you felt that way. And then that was that. I blocked everyone and everything. Yeah, it sucks that that ended, but you know, there were things going on in that family and that circle that were very much problematic, and there was never going to be a shipwreck of like a thing happening, because it seems like everyone in that circle was on the same page, again, with like really serious, dangerous, bad thinking and talking. So this circles back to the only, like, I haven't played GTA 5 with anyone in 3-4 years. Whatever the last time we played during COVID was the last time we stopped playing. So I now have the ability, and it's already happening, to replace good memories with problematic people, with good memories with amazing people. And it's quite fun, because some of us have played GTA before, some of us have been playing GTA as long as I have been, and a couple of us have been playing GTA for the very first time when he logged on with us. So I get to teach him my favourite game of all time. Kind of, not really, that's like my favourite, like, open world kind of game. And this is big, exciting, amazing news. Like, this is one of the best moments and events that can ever happen in my life, and it's happening in real time. This isn't a memory I can look back on. This is very much right now. In fact, we stopped playing GTA Online an hour and a half ago. The 4 of us were playing GTA 5 online an hour and a half ago. And a half. Imagine that. Imagine you right now having an experience at this very moment that you will know will last a lifetime. Like, it will just last a lifetime. And that's it. I'm in that moment right now. But I have discovered Oakland right now. And on the bottom it says I have an hour and 26 minutes left to deliver. I have an hour and 26 minutes on the road to go. And that's quite funny and cool, because the city I'm delivering this flag to is the city I'm currently in. Which means I have an hour and 20 minutes of driving just in this city. Imagine, that's, you know, in Euro Truck Simulator, I know I said this last time, you would get told that you've entered a city when you're like 10 minutes away from your destination. That's how small like the towns are. But this, like, look over there. There's probably a house there. There's apartment buildings over there. There's a train station there. There's more apartment buildings over there. Warehouses there. This feels like a genuine city. And the other Euro Truck Simulator didn't feel like that. And I've been looking forward to playing this game again since I ended the recording on the other day's game. I think I need to be in this lane. I'm going to stay in this lane until it tells me otherwise. I'm going to slow down on my driving. I'm not sure how many people saw this on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to talk about it again. But I did make a new playlist on my YouTube channel called Passenger Side with Simon Parker, or just Simon. So that's where you're going to find all these videos. I did call the last episode on the thumbnail Truck Simulator and Simon Says, and then a picture of a truck, till I'll be like, this is Simon Says and Truck Driving Simulator. But we are, because that was video, which is that thumbnail should be like, hey, this is if you want these two things to happen again, you're gonna have to come over to. If you want Simon Says, you have to come here. If you want Truck Driving Simulator, you have to come here. It just felt necessary to combine them, and also to change, to give it a title. If it's going to be a series, the series has to have a name. And I'm not really for changing the title of a video every single time. Do I have a... I think I checked this the other day, didn't I? Jesus, come on, load. Use the buttons. Bottle, brake. Wipers, brake. Down. Okay, down. Okay. We are 17 minutes away. Okay. Though it's 17 minutes away, we still got a bit of a journey to go. But let me have another drink before I set off. Okay. I've also been looking at this dog thing on the front of my hood. Know what that means. It tells me to stop, but I'm not going to. Gallon oil. Again, it tells me to stop, but I'm not going to. Indicates left. Tells me to stop, but I'm not going to. There we are. I am currently double the speed limit, but again I don't care. I have to go 10. Alright. Man. Let's look at this side. Look how nice that is. Oh, look at that bridge in the distance. That's actually really cool. I'm gonna slam in my accelerator. What the hell is that camera? Oh, is that like a cinematic where I can look out at this like view? That's nice to add in the game. Hello, Bold McMahon. My dad has more hair. That's not true. Let's try and drive it here. Oh yes. Okay. Let's do this. Gotta have your fuel economy. What other jobs do we do? These jobs I'm never doing again. These are big ones. They're way too stupid. 10 hours. 7 hours to do this? What is it? Giant silo. $10. You know what? I'm going to maybe do one of these last, just in case. Damn, I didn't. Los Angeles and Winslow. LA. Winslow. Food. And then 42,967 pounds. LBS. Alright, here we go. To Winslow from LA. This seems like a very small truck. Hold on. We're supposed to go behind me. Wait, did we get GTA because I was talking about Los Angeles, LA? I have to be very careful here because I don't know exactly where I'm going. It is this way. Maps is this way. Yeah. Yeah. I need to read the other one, but it doesn't matter because they merge. There's something I want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it once I've left it because I want to put some focus into this conversation. So, I think I have figured out what the third thing I want to do is. But because of the new revelation I've had, and YouTube maybe, but maybe not screwing me over. I mean, you can't really screw over someone who didn't get any views to begin with, and well, I don't want to say didn't get views because that's very offensive to people who did get views, who don't get views, and would love to get 1 or 2 views per video. Well, that's actually not the case. I do get 0 views per video. I forget. The videos that are on my last 2 videos are my dad and me, I think. So no one is actually watching these videos. But now me just saying that makes me quite upset, actually. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm boiling hot. I've been recording for 30 minutes and I'm going to record for another hour, maybe. And it's pretty much all going to be for nothing. But, you know, I dreamed of doing YouTube. And I didn't dream of being famous, I just dreamt of doing YouTube. The fact I even get to click a button that records video gameplay and records my face and the things I say, that is something I wanted for a long time. You can find videos of mine years ago under a fake name. Basically saying, well, you can find videos of me on like a fake named YouTube channel. So you won't be able to find it. I don't really know what the channel is called because it's, you know, it's not my name. I don't think it's a pseudonym. I don't know. I have no idea what it's called. But it's like I recorded on my laptop. I turned on the camera app for my laptop and I just pointed it at my TV screen and played a video game and talked over it. The quality was bad. The audio was bad. It still is bad. But what I mean is that, you know, I'm not getting in this because it's becoming more and more pertinent that people can get famous on this. It's like people, like I Show Speed, like he's the biggest streamer in the world right now probably. He wasn't around when I was doing that. Like, people have gained extraordinary fame from this very quickly. And I don't want to say very quickly because he was probably grinding his ass off. I know he was. But, you know, I wasn't grinding like they grinded, but I wanted it as much as they did. As they still do. I want it as much as I did back then. I probably even want it even more now because I know, because I'm older, like, you know, I fail in life because I've got special needs, I've got disabilities that stop me from working. So if I want to have like a quote-unquote real job, I have to do this. This has to happen for me. It can't not happen. So, you know, here we are, belly of the beast, and I'm gonna, like, I'm not gonna fight tooth and nail to get this, because I'm not a fighter. I'd rather just be like, if YouTube doesn't want to bless me with gaining views, if it doesn't want to bless me with some amount of money, then unfortunately I'm single-handedly going to put thousands of hours of content on your processing system. And yeah, you know, you can say, oh well, it doesn't matter. YouTube is a billion-dollar company. You will not make an impact. You're right. I won't. But there's 10 million other people just like me who's also putting hundreds of thousands of hours into the YouTube system that isn't getting anywhere. I don't need to wait. I don't need to be the biggest. I don't need to be the strongest. I don't need to be the most amazing. I just need to put as much content out there as I physically can before YouTube goes, he's putting too much of a dent on our system. We might as well make some money off of him, and they promote the shit out of my channel. Because what's going on right now is I'm going to record an hour and a half of gameplay, and I'm going to put it on someplace for free, and there's going to be some storage there. Like, it's going to be on their server. It's going to take up room on their system. It's going to be a spec, but it's going to be someplace, this one video. If I do 10 million, or like say 100, if I put 500 hours of content on their system, they're going to see it. Maybe. I don't know. But I have to try it. And that's what I'm going to do. I am 26 miles over the speed limit. Here we are. Yeah, it's like I said it's like I said many years ago. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this when I have 0 views. And guess what? I'm at the place right now where I'm doing this for 0 views. And guess what? I'm still pushing in the time. I'm talking to you, the person who's watching this. And that's funny, because I know how my YouTube's going to recommend me. I know my YouTube retention. No one's going to see this. No one has watched 37 minutes of a single video on my channel ever. No one's going to see this. But it's going to be out there. 10 years down the line, if I'm big and famous, which I don't know how I feel about that, which I may not even really want, because family security and things. You know, I'm gonna look at this video and say, God, Jesus, I rambled like an idiot for hours on end. No one cared about this. But, you know, Jack said the guy's first video when he uploaded it probably got 5 views. It's probably at like 500,000 right now. Not because it blew up one night, but because when you get famous, people want to see what other stuff you've done. People are gonna see what other stuff I've done if I get big. Or maybe I did porn, I don't know. Yeah.
Am I the only one who thinks that making the is weirdo?
You had nothing. No. Hello. There's a helicopter there. God, there's truly just nothing on these roads. Bakersfield. No, we need to go to Winslow, not Bakersfield. We went to... Oh, we started at Bakersfield last trucking route. Needles? That place? This can't be a place, right? I'm going to slow down my truck to the right speed limit. There you go. Jesus Christ. Okay. I also watched The Odyssey today at the cinema. It might be one of my favorite. Give me a second. It might actually be my favorite movie of all time. I think The Odyssey is just one of those movies that will only ever be good in a cinema. It was, for those who don't know, it was shot 100% in IMAX. Which I believe I might be getting this wrong, but I think this is how it was promoted. There's a train down there, I like trains. I think it was the first movie ever to be 100% in IMAX. Mainly because I think it's super expensive, it's super loud, and it's super clunky. I think it's one of those things where the technology, it is such an incredible thing to have. It gives you such amazing camera quality, but it is just there's no like IMAX version 2. It's like they made this thing, it was incredible, and they can't make anything, they can't improve it because of how like expensive it is to do in the first place, from what I gather. But man, I gotta say, there were several times in that movie where like, what's a movie I can compare it to? What is it kind of like? It's kind of like The Walking Dead, where you watch like 1 or 2 episodes, and then a main character dies, and you sit in your chair like, oh, so anyone can get it then? Like the beloved and cherished characters can die, and it's an impactful thing, but things just move on. Like the story moves on even though this character's there, kind of thing. Like I said, anyone can get it. Anyone can die. Anyone can get the script saying you're dead. And I kind of felt that in the beginning parts of the Odyssey. And then there was this part of the movie, which there are several references where this can happen. So I'm not spoiling anything when I say this. There's a part of the movie when some amount of people have to be stealthy, and they're having to sneak around some things. 1 or 2 things had to be snuck around, and I was sitting there, being like, "Ooh, we've seen these kind of things before. Anyone can get it." Like a couple people died straight away. Anyone can die. Anyone can get it. And I was sitting there like, ooh. I don't know much about the Odyssey. Never read the book. Never read the movie or TV show that came out years and years ago. I don't know what happens here. Maybe the main character does die. And spoiler alert, he does. I got you. He doesn't die because of the main character. Of course, why would you kill the main character? Not in this bit though. He does die later. But That's not true either. I don't want to point out. He doesn't die. It was like, man, there is a part in the movie where it's just like something happens and a really loud noise is made because of it, and I'm sitting in my chair in the cinema going like, ooh, I can feel that in my ribcage. There was so many parts in that movie where I'm just like, Nolan North is one of the greatest directors of all history. Every time he makes a movie, he will win an Oscar. That's the type of person we're talking about. He will make a movie about My Little Pony, and it will be award-winning. He'll gain trophy after trophy after trophy for the movie he just made about My Little Pony. All that's being said, he's still an underrated director, in my opinion. I was listening to, I've forgotten the name of it. It's a podcast with these two gay fellas, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but they're pretty gay. One's got bowl cut, one's just tall with a narrow head. God, if they're watching this, I'm so sorry. You guys are genuinely good, like, talkers, and you know, you guys are just incredible. That's all you do. But you said that it's you gave the Odyssey a rating of, if it's not like 9, like high 7, like a 7 point, like an 8 point, like an 8.7. And I was like, is this like a generational movie? And you guys both said no at the same time. I've got to say, fellas, if that's not, I mean, let's be honest there. If it's true that that movie being shot in IMAX is the first time any movie has been shot in IMAX in its entirety, that alone is going in history books. Like, it just is. Like, if you Google, if it is the case that is, Odyssey is the first time that's shot in, well, you know what I mean. If that is the case, you're not going to Google it and another completely different movie is going to show up. If it is the case, it's going in the history books. And because it's going in the history books, many directors are going to look at that and go, it's expensive, but it's goddamn worth it. We need the perfect script, we need the perfect settings, we need the perfect action, storytelling, emotional range for it to be worth it. And I gotta say, fellas, it is. I have never left a movie that my mum told me, like, asked me what my favourite part of the movie was, and I genuinely can't tell her because I don't know. Like, I'm sitting here and be like, oh yes, but the time they were doing that sneaky thing, and it made me go like, oh, that's so suspenseful. But no, but this other time when this thing happened, it's like, wait, no, but this other thing, it's like, listen, it's all consistently pretty good. Yes, it has some slow points, but any great story will know exactly when to take a breath, to slow things down. It's like, when you have like an action movie like that, you can't keep going forward with how action-packed and suspenseful things are. That's how you get Slanesh. eventually you're gonna have some down points. Eventually you're going to have the muddy pot, the storm clear. Okay. If only you have to pull over. Apparently, like, you're never going to consistently have, like, more and more and more, like, action and hype. You're going to have, like, the storm clearing on the burned down village. Like, you're going to have the slushy mud. You're eventually going to have just like the moments where things just kind of suck. And that's what tells a good story. So, oh. There we go. But ultimately, you know, there were times in the movie where I would say that, you know, give me a second. There were times in that movie where I'm like, cool, can we bring up the action? But then what am I actually asking for? Am I asking for just like a sword fight? Well, if you just out of nowhere just like have a sword fight, then you made a really shit movie. It's kind of Dungeons and Dragons rules. You can't have a big scary spider for no reason. Because a player might die to that big scary spider. And then you have to sit there like, oh, cool. Well, I hope this was like narratively like a big part of the story. No, it was actually just because we hadn't done combat in a while and I wanted to do combat, so but big spider and you died. Anyway, new character. Like, you can't just have combat to just have combat. You can't just have action to just have action. If you have a constant sword fight, maybe there's an incredible director and swordsmith and fencer who can tell an amazing story just through sword fighting. But actions can only take you so much before you need words to tell a story. I know we used to do these like non-verbal like movies, like where no one talks and it's just noises to represent emotions and dramatic moments. But when was the last time like that a new one of those was made? 20 years ago? 10 years ago? You know? If it's been done sooner, I haven't heard about it. And quite frankly, I don't want to. So, you know, I've got 3 hours on this journey left, and I've been recording for almost an hour now. It's 2 in the morning. You know, here we are, we're doing it. I might schedule this video for 4 PM because I think the most views, I think the people who watch my YouTube channel the most are from people from England. But if I do it at 4 o'clock, it's you know, people who come home from school get to watch it the moment they get up to school, that kind of thing. That's my thinking behind it, at least. Is that an airport? No. Oh, that van's driving slow. You're going 61 in a 75. I'm just gonna sit here for a bit, maybe until we get to the city, and just enjoy the road. Alrighty then, we have entered Winslow. Speed limit is 75, though I'm doing 66. I feel very comfortable with this. Okay, I do believe eventually I'll have to go onto the side of the road. On the left side of the road, so I'll have to keep looking out for that. Oh, damn it. I missed my exit. Well, actually, hold on. Ta-da! I did not, in fact, miss my exit. Cool. Gotta do more economy stuff. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is save the game. Here. Name it here. Overwrite. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick job and try and do one of these large holes. Any shorter per distance? That says it's going to take 3 hours. Let's do this one. It says it's going to take 4 hours. Let's do this one. If it doesn't work, I'll edit this video so it only ends like an hour and 2 minutes ago. No, an hour and 2 minutes ago. But the video is only like an hour and 2 minutes. Wherever I saved the video, my game I mean, is where the video will end. So this is the kind of thing I did last time, except it was like industrial fans. But my throat feels like it's swelling up. So I will also be getting a police escort for this. There he is. And we're about to crash. There we go. I just made it. You've really got to swing this truck wide. we're pretty much gonna have like a police escort the entire time. I mean, I've done this kind of mission before. We're gonna have it the entire time. There we are. So I believe I'm going to call this policeman Jeffrey. Say hello to Jeffrey. Hello, Jeffrey. You're not Lannister, are you? It would be really problematic if you were a Lannister. Again, swing left. Okay, here we are. World map. I want to see where we're being taken to. I believe I will be able to finish this here. The reason I couldn't last time is because it took me to a truck stop and I had to sleep. So because you have to sleep every couple of hours in this game to not get fined. What I think happened is that the destination I was delivering my stuff to was also a truck stop. So I got there, I slept the amount of hours I was supposed to, but then it would be like, cool, we're not going to tell you where to go now, we're not going to allow you to finish. There's nothing here that says you can finish, you just have to be like... So, you know, I tried 3 or 4 times and I was still met with the same problem. And I just had to be like, cool, that's in the video here. Cool. So we've got 4 hours on this journey. So this is the part that confuses me. It says I can do the time limit I have on this journey is 52 hours. That's how long I have to do it by. But the journey says it can be done in 3 or 4. So I'm like, if it's telling me I can do it has to be done in 52 hours, why is it saying me I can? Why is it telling me I can do it in 3? Am I driving to a truck stop where I'm going to sleep, and I'm going to be faced with the same problem? If it is, I might not edit the video so people can see, but not really see because they're not going to watch the video. But either way, we've got a long drive ahead of us in a comically large truck. And then you find the funny part is this is just what driving oversized loads is like in real life, kind of, not really. But Jeffrey's actually helping me quite a bit right now. Changing lanes, discounting adaptive speed to avoid a crash. I did not do a crash. Oh, I've got a sunroof. It's very cool. Come on, please, man, hurry up. Oh, why are you slamming on your brake? I kind of blanked out for a second. Let's hit our mark of 55. So what are we slowing down for, eh? Why did we need to slam our brakes on? Cool. Now we are cruising. Hopefully Jeffrey doesn't slam on his brakes again. Well, 2.5 hours on a journey. It's... What time is it? It is 8 PM. It's getting dark. We can get there about 10:30ish. I don't know, gang. Things are looking good. Pretty deserty, not gonna lie. Okay, so this is where I have to be careful because there is like a big loop coming up. God, it got dark so fast. Oh, I thought I was going up. It's better than I'm going down. What the hell did I just hit? Why was it so impactful? Can I honk boost in this game? No, I don't think I'm going faster at all. Once again cruising with an hour and 30 minutes left on the journey. We can get there by 10:30. It is currently 9 o'clock. There's not even really a big reason why you're slowing down. Speed limit is 55, you're going 20. I am on Route 99 currently. Very nice, very nice. Started this game in the night time, ending it in the night time. Nice, very nice. We have about an hour journey left. Those 6 minutes of this journey. We'll be coming to the city any second now. Go to swing it. Go to swing it. There you go, really good. Gotta swing it right now as well. Gotta put over here. Uh-oh, it's the same thing as last time. Yeah, it just doesn't let me. Oh, sick, so it did work. Oh yeah. Sick. I want to look at the truck dealers. Okay, so I need to have trucks, but truck dealers. Used truck. What am I really looking for? Oh, so these are the one like the big American ones. No. No. Oh. No. No. I'm really going to be looking at these ones. Thank you guys very much. My name has been Simon Parker. This has been Truck Driving Simulator with Simon Says. This has been Passenger Side with Simon Parker. I'll see you guys in the next video. Good day, lad.